Pá, anda lá, para onde tu vais? Aqui não pode andar, pá.
papito.
Wala.
Parang tumingo pa.
Wala ko. fotografia, depois não vieram. Tarik. bom dia.
Dia.
Bom dia.
Ai, hoje é os anos dele, não é?
Ora, não. O bolo, temos que ir buscar aos 11.
Should we go? mais. Uma vez uma só.
Pronto, já está bom.
Obrigado.
We're taking one tomorrow, but thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you.
We've already got one booked.
Okay, thank you.
doing?
Hi.
Do you just give ride or just? Can you take us to destinations if we wanted to go do?
I would like, but I'm in reservation. I have enough room. But they like to.
They
For
will
sure.
over there?
Yeah, they're free.
Yes, we just want to go to the
You
high point of the city tonight.
Oh, I wait. Okay, good.
Yes.
Which one?
And then we're gonna walk back down. Yeah, that's.
Sou amiga do teu patrão,
Sim.
do Ricardo, bem cá.
Não tem mesmo. Não tem amigos.
Mas eu sou amiga dele antes de existirem tuk-tuk. Eu fui colega dele numa empresa onde trabalhámos os dois juntos.
Ah, é?
É verdade. Trabalhei com ele ainda para aí uns 6 ou 7 anos nessa empresa. Não tinha nada a ver com isso. Ele está bom? Há muitos anos, há muito tempo que eu nem o vejo, sei lá.
Você está lá todo dia no escritório?
Ah, é? Eu nunca mais me esqueço. Ele é muito engraçado. Não sei se ele ainda continua assim engraçado. Piadas, não sei. Mas ele às vezes as pessoas começam a ficar mais velhas e perdem assim aquela coisa. Mas ele estava sempre na brincadeira. E então era muito engraçado quando ele se apresentava. Ele apresentava-se como o 007. Ele dizia, então, Ricardo Leitão. Era mesmo com aquela onda mesmo de 007. Eu nunca mais me esqueci disso.
Sim, nunca esquece.
Esse atrofia-me, se fosse desses eu gosto, esses são bons.
Pois, isso até pode meter qualquer lado. Posso tirar.
E onde é que eu compro isto?
Pois, isso não sei.
Porque sim, eu também posso adaptar os outros, mas os outros são muito grandes, são maiores que estes. Esses. Daí não, acho que o tamanho do coisa é mais ou menos a mesma coisa. Olha, vou perguntar lá ao meu lado, o senhor tem uma oficina e ele é muito. Ele já me disse que me tratava disso, por uns grandes. Só que eu vou ver se ele consegue tirar só isso e pôr nos. Olha, boa ideia.
Eu sempre vi eu brincando com o cara, você adorou meu jeito, eu vi, brincando, tentando. Vocês só querem comer. Ai, você, bom dia.
Mas não há máquina, sabe? Parece que já damos. Disseste não? Eu disse não, que não sabias. Não há máquina.
Nós não. Quer dizer, nós só temos contato com e há mais uma.
Sim, vocês trabalham com barcos e a Boost? É com Tuk-Tuks?
Sim, Boost é com todos são outros. Mas
Também
esse,
trabalham com os barcos, pelo menos
às
trabalhavam.
vezes sim. Mas acho que eles perderam agora o
Perderam. Foi.
É a primeira grande mais. Então não há controle, qualidade, essas coisas.
Eles preferem nem muito pequenas, nem muito grandes, não é? Porque as
Depende da
pequenas-
qualidade. Se pode-se fazer uma firma grande que é pequena, não bate a qualidade, isso depende das pessoas que
Também,
trabalham.
mas olha, por exemplo, eu que tenho qualidade, que sou uma guia oficial, sou mesmo guia intérprete oficial, eu só tenho um, também não me safava.
Sim, mas
Não,
só
é isso
que
eu
uma
estou a dizer.
firma mais grande também tem mais qualidade para usar. Há uma pessoa no escritório.
Claro, um só não dá.
Quando são firmas grandes, muitas vezes a qualidade perde-se no caminho do oficial, do mariscante, do
Sim.
Então já depende do gerador, que se é um bom gerador e está sempre conta, então também.
Um bom gestor.
Gestor.
Sim.
Obrigado. Tem quarto de nada, tem.
não. Tuk-Tuk.
E lá em frente também, mas é este não.
Sim, mas isso é a autoridade tributária, se calhar.
Ah, eles... ah, pois.
Defendem-se bem.
Eles não... pois. Eles não são assim tão pesados para tirar. Mas lá ao lado não. Tem.
Mas aquilo também continua, eu acho que aquilo também ainda é, este edifício todo é a autoridade tributária.
Ah.
Bem, mas agora isso também das inundações em princípio vai acabar com o túnel que eles estão a fazer.
Já estavam a fazer? Já estavam a fazer? Não.
Bom, já começaram para aí há imenso tempo. Então,
Não, o túnel ou isso é o canal da água que está lá no...
É o túnel de drenagem. É
Drenagem, tá. Eles também querem fazer um túnel para o metro.
Não, para o metro também já está avançado. O metro vai ser inaugurado primeiro.
Não,
agora, esse túnel de drenagem ainda demora para aí uns 6 ou 7 anos ou mais.
Sim, sim, claro. É um grande trabalho.
É um grande trabalho.
E já...
Mas o metro qualquer dia inauguram. Ali assim, aquelas obras do Caixo Sodré e ali Santos e tudo aquilo já está avançado.
Ah, é? Eu não sabia. Já está avançado.
Então, eles estão agora, aquelas obras ali em Santa Apolónia,
Sim.
Aquilo tudo ali é por causa do túnel.
Sim, mas isso é da drenagem.
Da drenagem. As obras do metro, olha, não sei, mas acho que vai ser primeiro do que o túnel de drenagem. Também começou há mais tempo.
Não, mas vocês estão a falar do metro lá para a cidade. Eu estou a falar do metro...
Da Estrela, o metro
Sim, não, eu estou a falar do metro para o outro lado do rio. Já estão a falar disto.
Não, isso ainda nem começaram.
Pois, então, é isso que eu estou a dizer. Você diz não. Vocês dizem não sem saber qual é a coisa.
Não, mas está bem, mas tu também não especificaste.
Eu não tenho tempo, vocês já estavam a falar.
Só falaste no metro. O metro, as obras que estão no metro é para a Estrela e ali, não, essa de lá, da outro lado, isso ainda nem sequer está feito, nada.
Já viste?
Isso é o que eles falam. Eu acho que isso é impossível, nem sequer vão se meter nisso.
Não, então, também fizeram o túnel para a Inglaterra, da França.
Ah bem, mas nós não estamos em Inglaterra.
Nós podemos fazer tudo. Se temos juízo, nós podemos fazer tudo. Bom dia, senhora. Nós estamos muito alto. Está muito alto a falar, nós.
Só na papelaria Fernandes. Não precisas ainda há coisas não.
Eu não, deixa isto. Eu já faliu. Há não sei quantas.
Nós também já temos todos falidos.
Já. Falámos muito alto e eles acordaram, pá.
vetores. Sim, não sabe. E elas costumam levar também os pelos da louça. Mas eu e o João obrigado e desculpa. Até já.
Loves his job, which he didn't have a job here. Yeah.
Hello. Morning, John.
Yeah, I am.
Nice to see you. Marilyn,
Nice to meet you too. So,
You need my card?
I believe that you are.
Oh,
right.
you are. Okay, you say. I got my tuk-tuk. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Which is the best seat?
Anyways, if you want to see more, it is that way.
Yeah.
If no, this is the best.
Yes, that's
I
what
guess.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit this way and face it, and then we could always switch.
So, I have a few questions because I want to fit your new expectations. So my first question, where do you come from?
U.S.
U.S. Which state?
Maryland and New Jersey.
Okay, so East Coast, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it makes it different from
Oh, okay.
different perspective. So my second question is, do you like history?
Yes.
Yes. So because Portugal is one of the older countries, and we have a big history of discovery. It
Okay.
was the first one to make an empire which takes over all the 5 continents.
Okay.
And maybe you know that it's a small country.
Yes, we
So
do.
even there's a lot of miracles how we cook.
Okay.
One of the things how we make that happen in our history is also like a miracle. Because every time where this tiny little nation help someone, it's stronger, it's capable of it.
Okay.
So that's why we have a very special history. A lot of things you can use for your life. So we have a good time, so I can start a bit to get into it.
Alright.
And the first thing that we can talk about how our nation started. Of course, our original tribe was the Lusitanians, and they started about 4,000 years ago. We even don't know where they came from. There was settled, so the Romans settled right up in between the two big rivers, one at here, the other at Portugal. And even we know there was not Celtic, there was highly influenced by the Celtic because of the excavation. We found Celtic ornaments, masks with swans. They have also something like Stonehenges, but not that old, and that this one in England also not that big to measure the time of the year. Yeah. So, but our story don't begin here. Our story begins in the northern western states of Spain. That is the part called now Galicia, Spain. And there was a kingdom called Leon. And the crown prince decided to visit the country. And he fighting already against the Moors, against the Islam.
Okay.
He fighting to the south, and he came to the city of Porto, which is now in North
Yeah,
Portugal.
we were in Porto earlier. Yeah.
Okay, great. So he came there, and then he decided to make his own country. Why? Maybe because in his country there's settled already the Celtic, but the Celtic from the north, originally Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. You understand the Celtic are 5,000 years ago was all Europe for the Celtic. But the original one stayed in Scotland, Ireland, and Wales.
Okay.
So, but they came much later, settled here, and then he came to Portland. Then he made a decision. Then he found maybe the Lusitanians. They were already overtaken by the Romans and later by the Moors. And so maybe his idea was to join the Celtic country, which they had not. For that idea, he even fight with his mother.
Yeah.
So
And what was his name? The king or?
no, our first king.
Okay.
So he decided. So and then, even because it was difficult to legalize, he goes to the Pope to get the legalization to start our own country. So we have a date, 1134. So our nation, Portugal, was started. But how we get his name? The old name of Portugal was Portus. Portus is Latin, it's harbor, and there's a harbor.
Yeah.
And for color there's a lot of theories. And if my theory is right, that came from the Celtic, and Venice came from the Celtic, means mountain. And the old Porto was a true mountain. So now I have to say, I found some Irish guy here. And I talked to him and I said, do you speak Gaelic? Because it is the original Celtic language,
Right.
which the Maori don't speak. But he was young, I was believing he didn't say no, but he said, I speak perfect Gaelic. And I said, great, tell me every word you know about hills or mountain or something like that. And one of them was not Gaelic, was Gaelic.
Okay. There you go.
So, before we start in 2 minutes because now we start to understand a bit further. So, at first, we didn't help. We were thankful that other helped us.
Okay.
And there was the Crusaders. Crusaders come all over Europe to help us fight against the Islam. But the biggest amount of Crusader came from England. So
Okay.
there were so many. When our when our king arrived to Lisbon and took over the castle from the Mount, he named the castle after the king of England. It was George I. But it called not like a king because in Portuguese the kings are started with Dom. George Brown.
Okay.
He called it like I said. The guy the castle called San George. To elevate even more the king of England. And now we will start. And I will tell you a bit more of our history.
Okay.
And you will find some points of history on the tour.
Okay.
So we will drive.
And we can take pictures.
Of course, always.
yes.
You're free.
Okay.
But just say, when you want to make a picture, just say a word. Then I can make it happen that it stay longer.
Oh, okay.
So, okay. And if you want, you are my boss. So every time you want to stop, you can stop.
Okay.
Then I have the
Yeah, of
possibility
course.
because of the traffic.
Yes.
And that I have to say one thing in our history because we are in downtown. Hey, in Portuguese we like to say the word. We have a complicated history, but we are simple as possible. And the downtown we call it just down, Basha.
Down Basha. Is it Basha or Basha?
Basha.
Basha.
A, Basha.
Basha.
Yeah, this is written with A, but it is spoken like a
Basha.
Basha, yeah.
Okay.
And because I have to say that behind the Basha on that side, there's a whole quarter which is about 30 meters higher. That is like an elevation.
Right.
So, and the whole quarter there, they live. The more capable, the more richer. So why I have to say this? It was 75. We had a big earthquake on the 1st November. It was even a sand day, a whole sand day. And in the richer part, in the Bairro Alto, simple words, uptown, and there lived the more capable people. So they had couple in the war, and the oil lamps falling down begin to burn the whole quarter. They're around to downtown, because here in downtown there was the colors of a king looking, and therefore they're safe in front of the colors of the king. But then came around, and that's why it looks like the old New York straight line streets, and the buildings have more or less the same size. Because this quarter was built completely new, fast as possible.
Alright. And that was 1775?
1755.
1755. Okay.
So
Alright.
we will go here around because of the traffic, and then we go up, and there we go, because our city is grown from up to down. We go to the old part of the city.
Okay.
Why it grows from up to down? Because the climate in the summer is up higher, but also in the winter because the temperature never goes on the level of freeze. So when it rains a lot, the air gets moisture and moist. And maybe you think that it's not very cold, but when you go back home, push your blanket, the blanket is wet, and you say, okay, it's very cold. So, okay, how are you doing?
Okay.
Please put your seatbelts on.
Yes.
Eu digo, podes ir, podes, tens imenso espaço, podes ir mais, para. Agora já dá.
Okay. She's sweet.
She's in charge.
Obrigada também.
Obrigado. So. So this earthquake that changed also the world. Means what changed Europe changed also the world in that time. So the people writing letters all over the place in any languages, and more or less one question on this fact of the earthquake and the tsunami. They ask why this country was punished by God. It was founded or built in fighting for Christianity, and then afterward even spread in the world why it had hit by God. So please look to my left. There you see the Arco da Augusta, in the Plaza de Comercio.
Yes, we walked here last night.
That was the place where the Palace of the King was
Oh, okay.
before earthquake and tsunami.
I see.
So they're asking this question, and because of that, the time age changed. Before it was the Renaissance. In the Renaissance, the people were still fundamentalistic Christian, and then started the New Age. What has happened then? So we men have no stockings anymore. So okay, we came over, but the democratization of Europe started. The founding of the United States came after it, and also the Napoleon Wars. And because of it, I want to introduce you to my favorite king. And my favorite king was our first queen. And I started like that because I want to include also the kings. So why she is my favorite king? The Queen Maria I, because she have to face with Napoleon, the strongest army Europe ever saw. And because of her, I can say we have something in common with Russia, because Russia was not overtaken. So that is the mayor house of Lisbon.
Uh-huh. Okay. So in Porto,
Yeah.
we went up to the Douro Valley,
Yeah.
and we heard about Portugal fighting with English troops against Napoleon
Yes.
up in that area.
That was also in that area of Maria I, right?
Okay.
But it's not only because of English, because our queen make also great decisions.
Okay.
The first decision what she made, she take the Honor to be capital from Lisbon and put it to Rio de Janeiro. And everyone which is important for the to maintain the empire come to Brazil. And when Napoleon comes in, we didn't face them as army, we faced them as guerrilla warriors.
Okay.
Even after weeks, Napoleon could not establish his power in Portugal, and the Spanish get notice, and they came through the borders and helped us.
Okay.
And then we three, means the Portuguese, the English, and the Spanish, push back the Napoleon troops to the border of France. So Napoleon not only lost in Russia, he lost also in this tiny little nation of Portugal.
Okay.
Yeah, England helped us because we have a special relation, a very special relation with England, and I can say to you that was each one helped the other to get bigger. So, but at first we were thankful for the English, I said already, because the biggest amount came from England of the Crusaders. Sorry.
Okay.
So, and then we decide to help someone else. We start to help, and that was the Templar Knights. The Templar Knights was the protector of the holy sites. The time we talk about, they was already kicked out from the Middle East. So, and there was the only one in the middle. What?
Was that after Napoleon?
Before,
Before
way before.
Okay.
Napoleon was a man of the New Age.
Okay.
So 18th, 19th century.
Okay.
So and we talk now about the 14th century.
Okay.
So the Templar Knights. So the Templar Knights was a protector of the holy sites in Europe in that time, and it was the only one who had the permission to lend money. By the rest, lend money in the Middle Ages was an unchristian, was completely unchristian. Yeah, there was an accident.
We saw that this morning. We came home from breakfast.
Oh.
There's a side airbag.
Still there.
Side airbag. Yeah, that's a Tesla.
Yep.
Expensive.
So there was the only one who have the permission to lend money. Means that they became very rich because there was the only bank in Europe. So, and that noticed also a king. It was King Philip IV of France. His nickname was the Beauty. And King Philip IV asked for money by the Templar Knights, and because kings are given by God, in that thinking that time, Templar Knights give them money. Before I succeed, I want to show you one place on my left. You will see the statue of Sant Antonio. He is one of the most important saints of the Catholic Church. He is the saint of the poor people and the lost things. The black statue here on the center of the place. And the Lisbon people love him because even he get his holy status in Padua, Italy. He was born here in Lisbon. He get his holy status because he was a priest and explain the belief to God. And the white church is the Sant Antonio Church.
Oh, okay.
And you see always Sant Antonio with the child on the arm, and that symbolizes.
So this is Saint Anthony of Padua?
Yes,
Okay.
it is. Yes. And before he came to Italy, Padua, he born here in Lisbon and went to be priest also here.
Is he the one everybody prays for something?
If you
There's a for help, right? Or not St. Jude, but like for illness. If you're sick, you pray to Saint Anthony.
normally you pray if you lost something or if you need a bit more money.
Oh, okay. Because I know there's always, I have a friend and she always prays to St. Anthony.
Yeah. Can always help, so why not? So, and when he became priest here in Lisbon, and he's chef for this church here on my right. And this is our oldest church. This is our cathedral, built 1147. This one. And this one survived earthquake and tsunami, incomplete. So only one pillar moved about 40 centimeters, a few inch, but the roof didn't fall down. So very strong. So, but since then, every time when it's rain also inside. And in winter, when it rains a lot, they have the most cleanest floor. So the Templar Knights was the only one who could lend money, and the King of France lent money and asked again and asked again. One time the Templar Knights had to say no, and this king go to the Pope and pretend that the Templar Knights are praying to the devil. Accepted. So the Templar Knights flee from all over Europe, and where they could come to Portugal. Of course, you know, Portugal is a Catholic country.
Yeah.
Back then, even much more, of course. So our king had to follow the Pope somehow. But he did something completely different. He opened a new convent. A convent called Convent of Christ. Put all the Templar Knights which came to Portugal into. So officially Templar Knights disappeared without nobody dying. And what is interesting, they even took their sign with them, which was the red cross with thick endings.
Yeah.
Have to change a bit, put a white cross inside. That became the sign of the Convent of Christ. So now it comes the interesting point. They have to flee in the year 1307. Please look on my right, one Miradora, a viewpoint, the harbor and the cruise lines.
Oh, it's a very pretty area.
So they have to flee the year 1307. 10 years later, the first and oldest navy in the world, the Portuguese Navy, was founded and became the sign of the Convent of Christ, the Red Cross of the Templar Knights with the White Cross. So now we see another mirador. This have a poetical name. It's called Portas do Sol, the doors to the sun. And there's also a statue. The statue is the real saint of the city, which is St. Vincent. On my right, you see. And we have, oh, Bruno. And we have also a ship on the left hand. And on the ship are two crows. Nice view, right?
Yes.
The church there, we will come there. There's the St. Vincent Church. St. Vincent have a lot to do with Portugal. I will explain a bit more. This is very miracle about
It's
this.
very busy up here.
Oh yeah, you know there is so much traffic sometimes. You can cause the traffic jam you stuck in. You can make knots with the.
Yeah.
Bom dia, senhor. So please look to my left. You will see a house in pink. And after this corner you will see a tiny house which looks completely out of the place. You see that?
Oh, yeah.
And this house looks different because it's just much older than the rest. It was built in the 7th century.
Really?
Yeah. And survived everything, every catastrophe, every earthquake, every tsunami, incomplete, even the roof. And you see some modern art behind this bus station. A woman's face in cobblestone. Here on my left. You see it? There? There, in the corner. Woman's face.
Oh, yeah. I was looking on the floor. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So our city invited a lot of international artists to make some places like they want. And mostly they mentioned something about Portugal or Lisbon, and that why we believe that is our famous fadista, Amália Rodrigues. Fadistas are the people who perform the fado music, that is our folk music. Very deep meaning, very philosophical, so seriously that it keeps our culture always in a good manner. Exception when we drive cars, then we get to. So this street I called it the Wild Horse Street because it have so much potholes.
Now this is, we're out of the Basha, right?
Yeah, we are in the down there. We passed St. Anthony. There was a place called St. Anthony quarter, and now we are on the way to the quarter called Graça. The quarters on this side are named after the churches. So the next church is the Graça.
I can't believe how hilly this. I never knew
Yeah,
Lisbon was full of hills. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is the reason why Tuk-Tuk driving isn't work here. 12 years ago there was no one Tuk-Tuk driver here. So the name of the country, Portugal, means mountain and harbor. So
Yes.
yeah, it fits perfectly.
Fits perfectly.
Yes.